What's up, everybody? Welcome to Human Innovation Tarot. My name is Eddie with Imagine Life Development Center, here to do the Aquarius September read for all my Aquarians out there, obviously. If you're new to my channel, I'd greatly appreciate it if you click the like, share, and subscribe button. All the other information you need to know is in the description box below. You can hit the bell notification icon. You'll be notified when I go live. You can come join me for a free live tarot reading. I also have a few slots available for personal or private readings. I have a September special available. Might extend it through October. We'll see. You can get one question for 10, two for 20, three for 30. Okay. All right. My Aquarians, without further ado, we're going to take a look at your current energy, your overall energy. Then we'll get into the core of your reading here for love and romance. Let's see what's cooking for you guys. For my Aquariuses. Okay, we have woman holding a coin. This could be your energy. This could be somebody else's. Has a Queen of Pentacles type vibe to it. So you may be dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. Could also mean that you or your person are focused on money at this time, focused on career, finances, all of that. We'll see in just a moment. Okay, so yeah, you guys, you're sitting fat, you're sitting pretty with the poise card. This is like star energy. This is basically you're in your star power right now. You guys could be doing very well at work. You could be getting promoted, or you're basically just kind of the life of the party, or you feel very blessed right now, or you're about to be. Now, the star card in tarot is your own energy. It's Aquarius energy. So this could be you standing in your own personal power as well. Too many. Just one more. And this also could be that for those of you that are single and waiting for love, this could be getting your wish. You're attracting in something that you've wished for, hoped for, manifested, prayed for. It could also be you guys, if you're single or waiting for someone from the past. This is also a healing energy. So somebody from your past could show up, wanting to heal things, to work things out. That's a possibility as well. Really making me shuffle for this last energy here. One more for Aquarius, please. There we go. Stagnant water. So this card says, feeling stuck, a call for shifts, flow, and change. So this could be your energy. You guys, maybe you felt stuck for a while. Things haven't been moving in your love life. But all that's about to change with this poised energy. And again, it could be with an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, with this woman holding a coin card here. Doesn't have to be. Male or female doesn't matter. But there's a strong indication there that, again, if it's not an earth sign energy, then it could be you're focused on your money, your finances, or you're going to meet somebody who has their ish together. They've got their money and finances in order. You know, they don't have a lot of crazy debt, or, you know, they probably own their own house. It could be a business owner. They're just a very responsible person. You know, they pay their stuff on time, all that kind of stuff. All right, so we got the coffin energy just came out. And I think Gemini got the same card. And then we have house. So some of you guys could be looking at houses. You could work in real estate, or somebody else could work in real estate. You could be moving in together with somebody if you're in a relationship, purchasing a house with somebody. Anything having to do with a home or property or renting. These are all possibilities here. Whoa, okay, we'll take that one. These ones kind of spun out here. Okay, so the first card out we have is Coffin. And I think this is really just saying that you guys are, there's things in your life that you've needed to put to an end, or certain things that maybe you have put to an end. It could be past relationships, could be a job, could be packing up and moving somewhere else, being done with a certain city or certain town, certain group of people. It's really just closing the door. It's like closing the coffin, if you will, on things of your past, basically. It's closing out the past, letting sleeping dogs lie, and basically what's no longer serving you, hey, we're going to bury that stuff. We don't need it anymore. The second card is you have the house card, which we just talked about. And for some of you, it could be even, you might be selling a house, getting rid of a house as part of, or maybe you're inheriting a house if somebody passed away. This could be part of an inheritance. Like, so, maybe even the woman holding a coin could be somebody that, was a family member or somebody, a guardian who passed on, and maybe they left you an inheritance. They left you their home. I feel like that would be for a very small percentage of you, but it's possible. And then the last card is we have thoughts. So this is either you or somebody else who you can't get each other off your mind. So if this is a past person, this is definitely somebody that you think a lot about them, or they're thinking a lot about you, or both. You guys are both thinking about each other quite often here. If it's not a past person, if this is a new person that maybe you met, it's the same thing. It's like maybe you met this person, you went on some dates, and you're running rent-free in their mind, and maybe they're running rent-free in yours. Like you're both thinking a lot about each other here with this thoughts energy here. Now, if you're single and you haven't met anybody, and there's not really been anybody on the horizon here, I feel like this is just your general thought process, right? Like you could be an overthinker, or you think a lot, or you find yourself in your head a lot, or you've had a lot on your mind lately with different things, maybe things having to do with the house or selling a house, or if someone passed away, maybe you had to take care of that. Because at the bottom of the deck, we do have adjudication. Okay. So this could be, again, having to deal with legal problems, anything having to do with legal stuff, signing papers, legal documents, or going to court over anything, any type of situation. Okay. So, whatever it is, though, in terms of your love life goes, I definitely feel like you could be meeting somebody who's got their life in order with the woman holding a coin. Could be an earth sign, doesn't have to be. This is something you've wished for, you've waited for. You're in a good position to receive it with the poised energy, and the stagnant waters energy is just saying that when it comes to love, your love life has not been so spectacular. In fact, it's probably been a little bit of a letdown, right? But that's all about to change. That's all about to change. So let's take a look at your core reading now. So we're going to take a look at your past, your present, future. We're going to look at the major obstacles and challenges, and we're going to look at the advice energy. Okay. So let's take a look and see what the past is. And I'm going to be using my my personal deck that I just came out with. It's not for sale yet, but it will be. The Human Innovation Oracle deck here. I've got two. This is a prototype, so just going to use it for a few reads to get a feel for it, and then decide if I want to make changes to it or not. So we have two cards that wanted to come out. I'm just going to keep one, but I'm going to show them both to you. Okay. So the first card is Jackpot. So this is like a 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and Wheel of Fortune energy. This is like, you know, you're about to make bank. Some way, some shape, or some form. And again, it could be because you have this inheritance, maybe someone's given you a home, or if you have a home and you sell it, you're going to make more off of it than you listed it for. You know, and it could be tied to this woman holding a coin. That could be the woman holding a coin could actually be you inheriting this money, whatever this jackpot is here. Okay. Now the other card that came out, which is interesting, is not aligned. And so this is the not aligned card. Just has to do with anything that's not in alignment with your life, whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a decision, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's a certain type of food that doesn't sit well with you, maybe an allergy. It's literally anything that's not a vibrational match for you. It's just it's if you're not in alignment with it or in alignment to it, then it doesn't need to be in your life, and it's going to create resistance or problems. It's going to have a negative effect because it's just not a vibrational match. It has no business being in your energy field. Okay. So with that coming out with a jackpot, that could have to do with, you know, if there's a court issue or a legal problem that's surrounding this money, it could basically be saying that, you know, there's some challenges there. In other words, there's some challenges, or there has been, because we're talking about the past. In the past, maybe you weren't in alignment to receive this, or you weren't in alignment with somebody else, or there was some type of misunderstanding, some type of disagreement. Maybe you had to go to court over it. Maybe it was a divorce, maybe, and you had to split assets because you weren't in alignment with your partner anymore. And the jackpot is basically you getting your half of whatever happened in the marriage when it dissolved or whatever. Okay. So, excuse me. So whatever it was something in your life tied to, you know, a large amount of resources, which that's, you know, large for one person could be $100. Large for another person could be $1 million. So I can't tell you what that amount is, but it was something attached to a large amount of resources, whether it was financial, you know, I mean, I feel like it's financial, but it could have been, you know, liquid assets, like basically like an actual house, an actual car, something other than money itself, but it actually has value. So anything that has a substantial amount of value associated with it that you feel would fall under the definition of jackpot-esque type wealth. There was something attached to that energy in the past. There was some type of unalignment there. And I don't know, again, if that was a situation, a person, or whatever it is, okay? So let's take a look at your present now. And if that was relationship oriented, then it could just be a divorce. You weren't in alignment with your partner, you know, or if you heaven forbid you're a widow and your partner died, and that's what the coffin energy is there. And maybe you were left with the assets once they passed on. I don't know. But, you know, for a lot of you, if this was like an ex or, you know, your spouse, an ex-spouse or something, then that non-alignment energy probably just means that the relationship, regardless of whether you were married or not, you weren't in alignment with that person. And so maybe there was a divorce, and maybe you split assets. Okay, so in the present, we have the Stuck card. So presently, and this is tied to the stagnant waters, presently you feel like right now you're feeling stuck. I'm getting really like in general, I feel like just kind of life in general has been feeling stuck for you. Like not a whole lot has really changed the way that you've been hoping for it to. And that's really just kind of been everybody this year to a large extent. We've been, I'm more of a numerology person. I'm trying to learn more about astrology, but in numerology, we have what are called 9-year cycles, and we are in a 7 universal year. Because if you add up 2023, 2024 is next year. If you add up 2023 and reduce it to a single zero, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 equals 7. And a 7 universal year is very tough for a lot of people because it's all about introspection. It's all about going it alone. It's about going within. It's a very solo, independent, kind of hermit type of energy, if you will. So 7 universal years are not very great. It's not a great energy for relationships. In fact, it's probably the worst energy out of the entire 9-year cycle for relationships because it's all about the opposite of coming together and doing relationships and partnerships. It's all about spending time alone, going within and doing your own spiritual growth and your own personal development, right? So I do feel that this stuck energy has a lot to do with kind of maybe how your year has felt. Now, not for all of you, but for a lot of you, you've just felt this whole year has just kind of been a grind. Like we've just been grinding through it. Like, can we just get 2023 over with already, right? It's that kind of vibe. But it is carrying over into your love life as well. I don't feel like for a lot of you, love has really been a priority for you. I don't feel, because I feel you've had other things going on. Again, not for all of you. I think some of you have been looking for love, but for the vast majority of you, I feel like a lot of you guys have just been so tied up with other things. You haven't really, like love just hasn't been a priority for you because of all these other things that you've had to deal with. Hence the stuck energy in the present moment. So let's take a look at the future. What's the future outcome here? And I feel like for a lot of you, if you've been in a relationship, your relationship's probably felt stuck. Like the stuck energy really is just attached to everything I feel in your life right now. And maybe not everything, but like a lot of things in your life. And I definitely would put love and relationships high on that list. So let's see. One more card for my Aquarians. Future, please. Future outcome. Yeah, investments. And this has been coming out for a few of the other signs too. So in the future, you're going to be really focusing on your investments. And I do feel like these are your tangible investments. Again, we have the house card here, and we have that adjudication card at the bottom of the deck. I feel like there could be some things that you're having to just kind of deal with. Like if someone passed away, you're going to have to deal with, and I'm just saying for example, I hope I'm wrong about that, but just for example, if someone passed away, you may be the one who has to deal with their belongings, their residence, right? Like you're the person who was put in charge of, I have to go figure out what to do with all their stuff. Am I going to keep their house? Am I going to sell the house? Am I going to sell their stuff? Am I going to keep their stuff? Like it's just a lot. Like that would be there'd be a lot that you would have to deal with there. And if it's not, somebody else's assets that they left behind, it could just be yours. You're having to deal with your own business, your own house, your own car payments, your whatever. Maybe you're in the middle of moving and selling and having to move or changing jobs. Maybe there's something there out here in the near future that you're aware of, where you're going to have to be dealing with these things. And so that's just where your focus is. And if it's not those things, then it's just you being focused maybe more on your money, like your bank account investments. It's like, hey, you know what? Love is not a problem, right? A factor for me right now. It's not a priority. I'm focusing on my money right now. And then if it's not to do with that, then on another level, investments has a lot to do with just, non-tangible things. So like on a non-tangible level, on a metaphysical level, we're talking about your time, your energy, right? Like your own, like the investments of your time and energy, which are the two most valuable resources that we can't reproduce. Because once today's gone, we're not getting it back. And once we've used up all our energy today, we have to go to sleep, wake up rested for tomorrow, right? So in the future, you may just be focused on, recalibrating or realigning to things that you feel actually deserve your time and energy, right? So that you're not so stretched thin, or maybe you're finding time for yourself, or you're finding time for love, or whatever it is you desire. So let's take a look at the major hurdle here for you? What is the major obstacle or challenge that you're facing right now? Okay, awakening. So this is a spiritual awakening card. All right, so you're definitely going through some type of spiritual awakening. That's what all this been this whole season for you, the stagnant waters, a lot of the stuff going on in your life that's been crazy or chaotic, hasn't seemed fair, and especially the stuck energy here. All the stuff that's been going on in your life really has been about pushing you towards a spiritual awakening, like leveling up, doing the work, and basically, awakening, coming out of the matrix, it's like to call it, right? And really stepping into who you are and finding what your true, who you are, your true identity, but also finding your purpose in life. Why are you here? What were you created to do? What's the meaning and purpose of your life going forward? And it's been challenging right now because I feel like a lot of times we misdiagnose the seasons of life that we go through that are troubling or difficult because we think life is happening to us and we feel stuck. We hate it. It's stressful. It creates a lot of anxiety. We're not thinking straight. We're not sleeping. We're not eating. Like, it just can be a very stressful time. And all we can think about is the immediate relief, right? Like, I just want relief. I just want relief. I just want relief. I just want this to end, right? Like, I just want to come out of this dark night of the soul. But rarely do we realize that a lot of times what's happening, if we leaned into it, there's what I call, there's always a treasure in a pile of crap. And sometimes that pile of crap is small. Sometimes it's big. Sometimes it's a big puddle of it. Sometimes it's like a lake of it. Sometimes it's a huge river. And that just depends on the nature of the problem happening in our life, right? But if you, so if you go into that pile of crap, there's going to be a pearl in there. There's always a pearl. There's always a treasure in there. And these are the things that change our lives forever. These are the major turning points in our lives. These are the things that take us from one version of ourselves to a better version of ourselves. When we look back, we go, I am so glad that happened to me because of who I am as a result. But of course, no one says that when you're going through the dark night of the soul, right? No one's sitting there in suffering going, man, I'm so glad this is happening to me right now because I'm really going to like who I am when I come out the other end of this. Nobody's thinking that when they're going through hell. But inevitably, once you have gone through and you come out the other side, if you lean into it and you look for it, you'll find that treasure. You'll find that pearl of great price and go, realizing that what was happening wasn't happening to me, it was happening for me. There was a gift here. There was something being given to me to empower me to complete my destiny, to find the fulfilling life that I was created for. So the challenge going back here is that maybe we just haven't found that yet. And so you've been having a hard time with maybe letting go of these dead things that no longer serve us. Maybe you've been having a hard time releasing things or embracing things or having an open mind towards things, whatever it is. Or just realizing that there is a force, God's source, the universe, a higher power, a higher self, whatever you choose to believe in or choose not to believe in. But there is something greater than you that's guiding you towards something that will actually be fulfilling if you lean into it. In other words, instead of resisting the spiritual awakening, what would happen if we just accepted it? Like, hey, you know what? Whatever this is, I accept it. I'm not going to resist because what I resist will persist. So what's in the advice here? And I'm not trying to sound all preachy over here to you guys, but, if it's in the energy to talk about it. So yeah, the advice, can't make this up. Everything I just said, letting go. The letting go card is here. So some of you guys, and I'm just keeping it real with you because I'm not going to BS you on my channel. Some of you guys are prolonging your suffering. This difficult season is taking longer for you to come out of because you're resisting things that instead of resisting it, you should be letting go. There's things that you need to let go of. There's things you need to release. There's things that are dead and gone, and they need to stay dead and gone. There are doors that have been shut and locked, and they'll never be opened again, and you just have to accept it. There's certain things that have happened that you've moved on from. Life has moved you forward, whether you wanted to go forward or not. Life forced you forward, and there's no turning back. You're past the point of no return. You can't go back. You can't change it. You just have to embrace it. You have to be with it. You have to sit with it. You have to accept it. That's what the letting go energy is here. That's the advice. And so if you embrace the advice of the letting go energy, then the spiritual awakening can take you to the new place that you need to go. And it's going to get you out of this unstuck energy. And at the bottom of the deck, you have soul contracts. So this is where your person comes into play here. So the love of your life, potential love of your life, we have free will. Well, you'll manifest this person, this opportunity in because you're ready for it now. You've let go of the things that no longer serve you. You let go of the resistance. You go through this spiritual awakening. You become this new version of yourself. Now you're aligned with the person that's going to be with you on that level. The person that many of you have been waiting a really long time for. So there's a payoff here. So you didn't suffer all this season for nothing. You're not just going through it just to go, oh man, I suffered through it and I made it out by the skin of my teeth or whatever that saying is. It's like, no, there's actually a reward for you on the other side, because that's how this works. It's like we're meant to go through these things to be pruned of things that no longer serve us, so we become the new version of ourselves to get the fulfillment at the higher levels that we all say we want. It's just we say we want things out of life, but oftentimes we're just not willing to pay the price to get them, right? Everybody wants a six-pack. Nobody wants to eat broccoli and sweat to get it. Nobody wants the inconvenience of eating a low-calorie, high protein, low-calorie diet to get a six-pack, right? Because we like pizza. We like having a drink. We don't want to wake up every day and have to go to the gym and just eat chicken and broccoli for every day. That sounds really boring. But how bad do you want that six-pack, right? Is it worth, sacrificing the ice cream for and the drinks for and all those things for? It's how bad do you want it? Same thing. It's like everybody wants to be a millionaire, but nobody wants to have to go start a business or invest money that they say they don't have, or I don't have time, or I'm too broke, or I'm not good enough. It's like we can all say we want something, but are we becoming the thing that's required to be in alignment with the things that we want, right? And that's what this spiritual process does. Spiritual awakening takes us up to the vibrational level where that's possible. We can't solve this. We can't solve a problem with being the same person that created it, right? With the same energy that created it. We have to transcend it, right? That's just another saying. So anyways, I could go on and on about that. Let's take a look at some final messages here to close out your reading. I'm going to pull a few from this tarot, or from the tarot rather, and then I've got two more decks with some just closeout messages here. But let's see what the tarot wants to say for my Aquarians regarding their love life. Okay, so you got the Six of Pentacles. So this is equal. This is reciprocity. This is equal give and take. This is also generosity. Okay, so this is, this could be also you receiving some of, receiving money as well that we talked about. So this could be you, getting some of this inheritance, or whether it's jackpot money is, or just receiving money on any level. That's a possibility here. Now, in terms of love, this is you finding somebody, meeting somebody who's going to be very attentive to your needs. Like it's reciprocity. You guys are going to have a very balanced and a very fair relationship, and this person is going to put in the effort. Okay. Now, a lot of some tarot readers say the Six of Pentacles is a breadcrumb card, but for me, that would be in the reverse, right? Like when you're stingy, you're greedy, or you're manipulative, like you're an Indian giver, or you give only when you know that you're going to get something in return. All that would be the Six of Pentacles in reverse. But upright it's in the healthy energy, right? Which is positively giving and receiving. So all that to say, there's, the healthy person, whoever the soul contract card was referring to at the bottom of the deck a second ago, this is not going to be someone that's going to breadcrumb you. That's the point. Okay, the next energy we have is the Queen of Cups. So yeah, you could be dealing with a water sign. You don't have to. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but whoever this person is, male or female, doesn't matter. Whoever this person is, when they come in, they are going to have a lot of emotions for you, and you could potentially have a lot of feelings and emotions for them. And I believe this person is also going to be very affectionate with you. They're emotionally healthy, emotionally vulnerable. They're not going to have a problem expressing their emotions around you or towards you or to you. And I feel like this person is going to be very affectionate with you. They could be, though, the Queen of Cups is also my highly sensitive person card. So somebody who's very empathic. So you may have to just be a little gentle around them. Highly sensitive people can be, they can be unassuming, right? Like, they may, a lot of times they can be very funny or very humorous, and while they can dish it, they can't take it, like they're very sensitive to language, smell, criticisms, even if it's hardly even, you could even hardly consider something a critique or a criticism. They interpret it that way. It's like they're highly sensitive people. And so they're very fragile a lot of times. So this person, they could be very empathic and they could come across that way. So just keep that in mind. And then, Ace of Cups was the next card. So this is this new love coming towards you. This is this soul contract energy. Okay. So beautiful. You definitely have a new opportunity coming towards you. And I feel like this is a new person, by the way. I don't feel that this is an old energy. I feel like you're closing out the past. I feel like that's part of the letting go energy. Anyone from your past is meant to be let go. And then we also have this, the bottom of the deck. There's the Queen of Pentacles. There's that earth energy. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. So you may have multiple options, Aquarius. You could be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. We have that with the woman holding a coin energy at the beginning of the read. Could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or it could be the same person, just two sides of the same person. So you either got potentially two or more options coming towards you, or this could be two sides of the same person. You can meet someone who's very practical, solid, stable, commitment, faithful, loyal, hardworking. They have their life together. They could have money, or they're just, financially stable. They have their own job. They can pay their bills, all of that. But they also could be, again, somebody who's very sensitive, very emotional, very in tune with their emotions, someone who's very affectionate. Everything that I just said with that Queen of Cups energy there. So, again, take it as it resonates. Okay, so let's get 3 more messages for you about this new love here. Can you tell us about this new person coming in for my Aquarians here? New love. Okay, 1111. So this could be your twin flame. You could start seeing 1111. This sign or synchronicity. The 1111 is an important number for twin flames. It symbolizes the harmony and balance of soul counterparts. So whether or not you believe in twin flames, or that's your jam or not, it doesn't matter. It's simply saying that whoever this person is coming towards you is meant to have a profound effect on your life. That's really what the twin flame thing for me is all about anyway. It's just saying, hey, me and this person are meant to do something very special with our life. It's more than just coming together and having a romantic relationship. It's more than just getting married, buying a house, settling down, and popping out some babies. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that usually people who are in a twin flame union are meant to have a spiritual purpose together. Whether it's teaching, healing, creating something together, starting a business together, who knows? I mean, it could be, serving. Other things could, like, maybe you serve at a church together, or, maybe you do end up having children, but those children have an important role in their future. And, so it just depends. Okay. Now, the second card that fell out is recognition, which I'll show you in just a second. And it says, the divine will help you recognize signs and miracles. So again, your angels, your guides, spirit, the universe, God, whatever you believe in, is up to something. So you've got 1111 and recognize. So you're gonna start seeing a lot of signs, synchronicities, license plates, songs, movies, quotes, colors, numbers, anything and everything could be a synchronicity, but you have to pay attention to it and you have to take it seriously. So you see something, it's like, that's interesting, or that's coincidental. No, it's not interesting. It's not coincidental. That is a sign. And if it feels like it has relevance to you, then it does. And you should not question it. If it feels like it has relevance, it does. And these are clues. And I highly recommend that you write them down as proof and put the date down too, because you might end up with an epic story where when things actually come together, it's going to be one of those things where you're going to be like, people aren't going to believe, this story, what happened for me and this person to meet, because you're going to have a lot of stuff journaled. Maybe they'll have a lot of stuff written down, and you guys finally meet, and it's like you're going to be able to see where a lot of cool stuff is happening behind the scenes. So the third card is true love. True love comes when you least expect it. So yeah. So this is here showing you that you've been waiting and waiting and waiting. Maybe you're like, I just kind of gave up on love. Well, good. It's a perfect place to be in, because when you least expect it, there it is. And look, moment. Think of a special moment that brought you much joy with your partner. And I feel like this is also saying that it can happen at any moment as well. I know that the wording on the card doesn't say that, but I feel like this is what it's saying. So again, at any moment, this person could literally show up in your life. And you've got the signs, synchronicities, things that are there to kind of tell you or give you some, giving you clues here, basically, that your surprise is on the way. Let me get 3 more cards here. Oh, gave me exactly 3. So we have a past life relationship. Whoever this person is, you've been in a relationship with them before. You've shared past lives with this person. Can't say that I'm too surprised to see that. You have religious factors could be influencing this relationship. So you could come from a certain type of tradition or religious background, or they could, or maybe you meet, or you connect over that. Could be a point of connection. Doesn't have to be a bad thing. It's just, hey, maybe you both share the same spiritual beliefs, or you both come from the same background, or your parents come from the same church or background or belief system or something. Or maybe this is something that has to do with your purpose. Maybe you guys feel like you're called, again, to a ministry or to start something, whatever that would look like. Okay, let your friends help you. So yeah, this is like I feel like for those of you who sometimes you feel like you get stuck in your head, or you kind of get stuck in a vicious cycle of overthinking, or let's say you meet somebody and they're not your normal type, and you start talking yourself out of it. Well, I just don't know. What if they don't like me? What if it doesn't work out? Sometimes we need to keep our friends close. Those of us, like our inner circle friends we really trust, to talk us off the ledge or talk sense into us sometimes, like when we are not feeling confident and secure, we've been stuck for a long time, the brain has a way of creating these narratives and these stories of sabotaging something before it can even take off. It's like, oh, this person's probably just going to be like the rest. They'll probably cheat on me or blah, blah, blah. I don't know if I'm ready for love. Like, you start thinking about all the reasons why you can't have it, why it's not the right thing, negative, pessimistic, instead of just accepting the fact that, hey, why don't I just give it a try and see what happens, So letting your friends help you through this process, whether it's to lean on them for advice or just to stay out of your head. Even if it's just going out having fun, maybe that's where you meet somebody. Let your friends help you. If your friends invite you somewhere, don't turn it down, because that could be an opportunity where you go out and you meet this person, like, hey, come to my kid's birthday party. Man, I don't want to go to my friend's kid's birthday party. That sounds dumb and boring. Go to the birthday party. What if you meet your partner, your person there? Or, hey, we're all going to go out and go see this concert, and it's like a Friday night, and you just like, man, I kind of just want to stay home and relax and just watch TV and not go out. Go out. You might meet your person at the concert or at the festival, at the thing, wherever your friends are hanging out. It's, whatever it is, you never know. You never know what can happen. So this energy of letting your friends help you could be for a lot of reasons here. Okay. So don't underestimate what's there. Okay. And then here, the last one we have is, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So again, some of you maybe have. Maybe you just met this person. Maybe you met them, fairly recently. For those of you that are single, this is just saying, no, this person is about to show up. And when they do, they're probably the person that you've been waiting for. Okay. So, Aquarius, I hope this reading was helpful for you all. If you haven't already, I greatly appreciate it if you take just a moment to click the like, share, and subscribe button for me. Completely free for you. Just one little quick click there. You can hit the bell notification icon. You can come join me for a free live tarot reading sometime. And this is what I have for you guys. And if I failed to mention it, this reading is good between now, mid-September, to about mid-October. Okay. So that's what I have for you, my guys, my friends, my fellow spiritual people out there, my family members, my soul tribe. I hope that you guys enjoy this reading. I'll be back with you guys very soon. As always, my friends, love and light.